screenshots, Facebook posts of this guy at expensive restaurants, Instagram photos from a Vegas trip last weekend, pictures of him at a casino holding stacks of cash. But here's where it gets good. The lawyer pulls out a piece of evidence. Your Honor, the defendant posted this on social media yesterday. It's a photo of the guy standing next to a brand new BMW. Caption, finally got my dream car. Hard work pays off. You're blessed from me. Ride hard, living my best life. The courtroom went dead silent. The judge slowly looked up from the photos, then stares at this guy for what felt like a determined. Mr. Johnson, the judge says, his voice getting dangerously quiet. You bought a new BMW? Well, Your Honor, that's not exactly. How much did you pay for that car? The guy starts stuttering. It's a lease, Your Honor. Not really. How much did you pay? $45,000, but that's what the judge completely lost. You owe $24,000 in child support and you bought a $45,000 car. The judge was standing up, face turned red, pointing at this guy. Your daughter has been eating ramen noodles for dinner while you're posting pictures of steaks on Instagram. Her mother is working two jobs while you're gambling in Vegas. The guy tries to interrupt. Your Honor, if I could just explain. Explain what? Mother is working two jobs while you're gambling in Vegas. The guy tries to interrupt. Your Honor, if I could just explain. Explain what? How you found money for a BMW but can't find a dime for your child. The judge starts reading directly from social media. This is March 15th. April 3rd, Vegas baby. Here's to another expensive weekend. April 20th, new designer shoes. Because I'm worth it. Each post, the judge's voice got louder. You've spent more on alcohol in the past month than you've paid in child support in 3 years. The bailiff actually took a step forward because the judge was so animated. Mr. Johnson, you are hereby held in contempt of court. You will be taken into custody immediately. The guy's face went white. Your Honor, I can pay something today. Today? You mean after 3 years when your daughter moves out? Now you can pay. The judge wasn't finished. Your wages will be garnished to 50% until this debt is paid in full. Your vehicle will be impounded and sold to pay child support. Your tax returns will be seized indefinitely with a line into the same way your daughter gets to you. You figured it. The judge said the same consumer. Community service. So you can see what the real law looks like. The guy was crying at this point. Your Honor, please. You want to know what's really disgusting? Your daughter drew you a Father's Day card last year. It's in this file. The judge pulled out a piece of construction paper. Dear Daddy, I hope you come visit me soon. Mommy says you're very busy, but I miss you. The entire courtroom was silent except for the mother quietly crying. Your daughter thinks you're too busy to see her. She doesn't know you're too selfish. The judge ordered the guy taken into custody immediately. 30 days in jail for contempt and every social media account monitored for violations. Have you ever witnessed a judge go, turns out every time you are kind, you get a front paper and you'll be mad forever. But you do know that the time. Yeah. Don't like it.
Moment you've ever witnessed. My grandmother left me her antique bookstore when she passed. When I say she left it to me, I mean only me, not my uncle. We've been eyeing it for years. The day after the will reading, he marched in with an offer worth a quarter of its value. Listen, he said, leaning over the counter, I helped my grandmother polish since I was 12. This business is too complex for young girls. You should be grateful I'm offering anything. When I didn't bite, he brought in his lawyer friend. They threw around terms like market devaluation and liability risks. I just sat there quietly, nodding. What they didn't know was that every night after closing, I was taking business management classes. For 6 months, I worked silently, created a digital database, set up social media, added a coffee corner for book clubs. Our sales tripled. That's when my uncle showed up again, holding what he called rescue papers to save the failing business. He stopped mid-sentence when he saw the line of customers outside, watching me handle rare book valuations like I'd done in my whole life. Last week, his bookstore shut down. Today, he came in asking if I had any job openings. He'd even worked at the register. I just looked at him and said, sorry, but this business might be too complex for someone who couldn't manage their own store. He lived without a home. What's the most
A homeless man ordered the cheapest meal he could afford. The wait was time to pay the shirt by just $1. He begged the owner to cut the deal, but the owner threw the food right into the sink. I'm not that. No other choice. He survived the night by digging through trash for scraps. Luckily, the next day while sitting on the street, he ran into his father, but his dad got panic and quickly walked away. Threw his son out the window. He gave himself away.
Like that? You did, yeah.
The father mumbled excuses to hide his guilt, but the son still asked the one thing that put him on his spot. He said Christmas is coming. Can I come home and have dinner with you? Before the father could answer, his stepmother cut him coldly and shut him down. Her eyes were full of disgust. She couldn't care less about this low-class stepson. Even so, before leaving, the father secretly slipped him a few bills. Then, while taking a shower in his tiny apartment, he suddenly heard a strange sound. Benson, heart racing. He grabbed his shoe for protection and crept toward the kitchen, only to hear another noise. It wasn't a thief, it was a chubby orange cat. Relieved, he didn't chase it away. Instead, he gave it the last of his milk. Staring at the cat, he felt a deep sadness. After the cat ate, James opened the window and tried to send it home, but the cat wouldn't leave. He turned back and looked at him, his eyes full of longing and trust. Maybe because James was so lonely, he decided to let it stay for the night. The next morning, James was door to door asking if anyone had lost a cat, but no one claimed it. Out of options, he set the cat free. But fate had other plans. When he got home that evening, he found the cat sitting right outside his door. As he approached, he saw it was hurt. Panicked, he took off his jacket and scooped it up, with no idea who the owner was. He turned to the girl next door, ready for help. She patched the cat up and told James to take it to a free charity vet. Thankfully, the cat was treated, but just as James was about to thank the vet and leave, the receptionist hit him with a bombshell. The follow-up meds would cost £22, a huge amount for someone homeless. For the next week.
up to you?
He gave up his week's living expenses to save the cat, but things only got harder. The cat refused to take the medicine, and even bit James when he tried to help. Out of ideas, he went back to bed. To his surprise, the cat was calm in her hands. She got it to take the medicine easily. While chatting, they gave the cat a name, but the next day, James went out to sing as usual, and Bob followed him everywhere. Worried he couldn't take care of Bob while home, James left him in a neighbor, but Bob snuck onto the bus behind him, so James let him ride by the window. The kind bus worker handed James a string to use as a leash for Bob, and just like that, a unique name cat toy was born. Back when James was alone, no one paid attention to the scruffy guy sitting beside him. Now, everyone stopped, smiling at this unlikely pair. People came up asking for selfies, and gladly gave them tips and encouragement. Every time, Bob nodded politely like a tiny celebrity. By the end of the day, James made more than he usually earned in a week.
Hey.
That day, people in London would often see the scene of a man singing on the street, with a quiet orange cat sitting beside him. They shared peaceful moments. Oh,
God is gonna kill me! I got all the evidence! Gotta get there fast! Hey, sorry, you dropped 1,000 rubles! Please come back! It's this!
Monkey, what are you doing? The woman kept putting items into her shopping cart. At checkout, the total was over $8,000, but she confidently pulled out a pile of coupons. With the scanning of coupons, the total kept dropping. In the end, the store even owed her $30. She held the receipt with joy. The nearby customers were stunned. This woman was an Olympic race walking champion, but after retiring, she had no stable income, so she relied on coupons to save money. To collect more coupons, she bought stacks of newspapers at low prices every day, then cut out the coupons one by one. She even dug into trash bins for a single tube of toothpaste. After just a few months, her house was packed with goods. One day, she opened a bag of cereal to taste. She felt something was off. She checked and found the cereal had expired. She quickly turned on her computer and filed a complaint to the company. To her surprise, that same afternoon, she received an apology letter from the brand. Inside was a free voucher. She immediately went to the store and used the coupon to get a snack. At checkout, the cashier told her brands often send coupons to avoid bad publicity. When she heard that, she got an idea. In the following days, she started writing complaint letters to major brands. Within days, she received hundreds of coupons. Her friend was shocked when he saw them. He said if they sold the coupons for half price, they could make a fortune. But these cheap coupons weren't enough. After some investigation, they found the source was a company in Mexico. So they drove there overnight and went straight to the company. They targeted a young couple working there. They showed the coupons and explained the money-making scheme to them, then successfully made a deal with them. It turned out the company printed excess coupons every day, and the unused ones were easily destroyed. So the man secretly took the extras and bribed the delivery truck driver, who then passed them to the woman. Their path to wealth officially began. The woman Caitlin built a coupon-selling website. She sold the coupons at half price on the site. Her friend promoted it on video platforms. As subscribers kept growing, more and more people started buying. At the same time, thousands of coupons appeared in supermarkets across the country. Even the cashiers were stunned. In just a few days, they made millions of dollars. One afternoon, they bought 5 Lamborghinis. You might think this was just a movie, but this was a true story.
Professors, what's the best answer you got on an exam that wasn't technically wrong? One English teacher in Japan asked students to finish the sentence, "I can't stand," and someone wrote, "I can't stand on water." 2. In an intro biolab quiz, I asked my students to define bilateral symmetry. One student simply drew an arrow and wrote C reverse. On the back of the quiz was an extremely ornate and intricate drawing of Chewbacca. Running down the middle of Chewbacca was a dotted line, full points. 3. College level math probability. The question described a game of chance and the payoffs for each outcome. Then it asked, what is the fair price you would charge your friend to play this game? The student worked out carefully that the friend would win, on average, $1.20 per game. So he wrote, therefore, the fair price I would charge my friend to play the game is $2 because I want to make a profit. 5. Chemistry test. Why shouldn't you smoke at a petrol station? Answer, you might get cancer. 6. Geology test. Is this a rock or a mineral? My answer, yes. Got full credit and didn't even realize I had misread the question until I got the test back. 7. I work with kids. Part of my job is best described as tutoring, and I work with 2 kids at once. One of the children had to write sentences on what he enjoys doing that does not involve electricity.
So I survived pandemonium in Roblox pressure.
Alright, someone's coming. I can just jump down here. I'll see you later, bro. Hey, I survived. Okay, never mind.
This is what it feels like to miss your ability.
And okay, where's this other dude sector? I'll just get you.
This is how my dog started.
I'm trying playing a game on Roblox called Anarchy Chess, and it's basically a multiplayer and chaotic version of chess. I think this game is very underrated. I'm gonna snipe this guy right here. I don't care what anyone said. This guy said no, please. Oh, I killed him. I just killed him, and no one can do anything about it. This is actually so funny that you murderer. I like how I'm just chilling with all these black guys here, and then all these white guys are just there. By the way, when I say black guys, I mean black chess pieces. And okay, what is my game plan right now? Maybe I should move there to there, then I might die to him, the king. Oh, I have a plan. I have a plan. I'm gonna move right here, chat. I'm gonna move right here. Watch this. 3 people. There we go. That's check right there. So this is Bobby. Okay, let's go 1 for 1. I'm just all the way here now, too. These guys sniped me. Dude, teammates. Teammates. Oh my. Okay, so there's this game on Roblox called Anarchy Chess, which is pretty much chess, but the twist is it's multiplayer. Okay, it looks like we're currently in intermission right now, and it looks like I am part of the black team, probably because I'm black or something. And okay, apparently my character's like green. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. But I was just trying to get a test in Roblox SCP roleplay. Pretty much I got authorized by the scientist, headed over to SCP-096, and here's how the test went. This SCP, he's currently contained. And okay, before I open this thing, let me face the other way, just cause. And he's right there. Why is he standing up? So, Radiant Resident is a game on Roblox that's pretty much like 60 seconds on Steam. And sometimes you just get very unlucky with these events. Who sounds? Who are you? Creepy dudes threatening us? Yo, we have to use -10 of these things? Are you kidding me? I can't forgive, even though I want to. No. It's not gonna do anything to me, right? Now, there better not be a random jump scare shot. And dude, I told her we need a battery! Oh god, who are you?
Hello, motherfucker.
Wait, what?
Wait, what was that? Wait, what was that? That's kind of funny.
12 seconds later.
So cooked. I honestly hate you. So I tried playing a game on Roblox on Radiant Residence. This is pretty much 60 seconds, but in Roblox. I tried playing on Spartan's difficulty, and here's what happened. Nice, we have the game show. Let's spin the wheel. We're gonna check on these things as well, day 2. We really don't want that one creepy guy arriving. But let's see what this guy offers. Oh, come on! How much health do I lose, be honest? Not even that much. I'm fine with that.
Hello there.
Wait, what? I couldn't even move! Oh my goodness, bro. Let me just get back, man. That's so stupid. Alright, so I tried playing Roblox Guns and Black Powder, which is pretty much a zombie game that's set during the Napoleonic times. I tried playing this game in its hardcore mode. Here's basically what happens.
Today, I'm going to use a prop car to sell drugs on enemy gang turfs. How this works is simple. I will sell as much as I can, and as soon as I hear some cops, all I have to do is find any prop and I can shapeshift straight into it, making it impossible for any of the cops to find me, because I can become any object next. Okay, so that's the plan. Will it work?
Okay, so there's a game on Roblox called Whizbang, which is pretty much a trench defense game, and I wanted to see how many days I can survive. Let's pick automatic, because that's my favorite class. Let's just go over here and load our weapon, of course. And I think they're coming. These people are all shooting.
Trying a Roblox roguelike game called Ours.
Okay, guys, we're at Peacock's Peak right now.
I tried messing with some creature in T-Boken.
Let's try to fight this big guy right over here. I know this might be stupid, but you know what? We are stupid, so let's try it out. Critical task. Perfect. Let's run now. Let's run. Yup. What you gonna do? Nice, we attacked him again. This is really good. This is good. This is good. Okay, this is good. Wait, what? Oh my goodness. Summon the dinghy. Summon the dinghy. Summon the dinghy! Oh my goodness, man, look at this guy. Look at him. He's just here now. He's just here.
I tried messing with some creep, so I found SCP-066's secret form.
Okay, let's try to interact with the SCP or something, right? The SCP isn't triggered at me anymore. Look. So maybe the SCP only gets triggered at you once it plays like classical music or something like that, right?
5 minutes later.
Dude, I barely hear music coming from him. Oh, what? Wait, what is that? Wait, chat, what is that? Oh my goodness, dude. I think we just found it.
I tried Canadian Simulator for the first time. Is this game an act?
Check this out. Dumb and Dumber over here.
Hey, what did you just say?
You serious? My buddy's a black belt and a dead for last scene. You regret waking him up.
Oh! Last seat scammy devs, huh? Hey, shut up! All the players quit already! You guys keep hyping up those zombie shooter ads with dropping fancy props, but once you dive in, the game is totally fake! You guys are cheaters!
You must have downloaded the wrong game. Stop this video. You'll get the real scene. What you see here is exactly what you get.
I tried to solo a run in Gus and Black Powder.
Make your way through the catacombs. Let's do this. Pretty sure you have to grab some sort of key from like a zombie.
This game is making me go insane.
No, my goodness, my hands are a little bit shaky. They're shaky.
Pancakes while Hop Obby exposes me.
But okay, let's just go. Oh my goodness. You have to have a pretty high sensitivity for this game as well, I'm pretty sure, in order to like wall up effectively. Oh, we gotta hit this thing 2 times in a row. There we go. Oh my goodness, boys. I think I'm actually doing it.
A few moments later.
Oh my... What?
So I finally beat Tower of Keyboard Eating.
Wait, what is this thing here? Do we have to guess, like, which one falls off, which one doesn't? Can we just, like, do this thing here? Yeah, we can. Look.
We just used our simple game knowledge from like 10 years ago.
A few moments later.
Okay, let's just walk over here, jump like so. We don't want to mess up any of our jumps. And okay, this should be the last level. Guys, we're on the last level right now. Guys, my character kind of blends in because I'm black, right? This thing looks like it's a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit more manageable, I guess. So, let's just go here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bro. Jump! Let's go! I actually can't believe I actually beat this little dude. I'm actually so happy for myself.
Attempting to beat Town Food in Roblox has CP coming in clutch.
Yeah, look at this thing. I think I'm actually getting tested by this guy. Oh my goodness. You authorize me. Let's just go somewhere. Where are we going? I think we're trying to look at NDP-096's face or something. I don't know. I saw this food out. I like how this dog is just chilling here still. Maybe we might have time. I'm pretty sure we do have time. Bro, this SDP is right here. Oh, this guy for sure saw his face too. This person right there. Oh yeah, this guy is red. Look at that. Let me shoot this person too. I caught the food. Let's go. Food is actually OP. I told her this whole entire Dayborg event is happening. SCP-096 is coming for me. Oh god, I gotta stop limping. If only I had one more food. Oh, I hear it!
One for you. Using food in SPP is super useful.
So yeah, let's just click on this food right over here. I have a storage, this Glock 17 over here, and also a food, which is gonna be very handy. You guys will see it'll be very handy. Oh, look at this person. He's actually role-playing. ID and reason of entry. There's a... I was about to say, there's a Chaos Insurgency and also a floating dog. Yeah, SCP-049, you're actually chill with me.
So I made it to the bunker just in time.
Yo, I'm making it! Let's go! Oh. Dude, I'm so close, I was so close, yet so far away. I can still make it, look, I can still make it. I got time, I can actually make it! I'm here! Yo, I can make it! Oh, I think I made it! Guys, I made it! Let's go! Oh my god, bro, I actually made it. I'm actually so clutch.
You already know.
That was actually so insane.
Last test on us.
Welcome to the X.
So we tried freeing Class D's.
Exactly, dude. We gotta go back for the other Class Ds. We have to save them. We gotta save them. Let's go. Someone's playing music there. I didn't make it, dude. You're gonna make it now. We're saving you. We're coming back to save you. Let's go. Calm down. Oh, some guy just died. Some guy broke his legs. Yo, boy, let's go. Dude, I'm so sorry to whoever broke their legs and died. Oh my god. What saving? Dude, that was such a failed attempt.
So we tried rushing the Chaos Insurgency spawn.
Okay, I think this is it. I think we get authorized now. Let's go. I think some people have weapons. That's why they can't be authorized. You know, the Chaos Insurgency is everyone. Bro, I'm just gonna run out here. I'm literally just gonna run out here now. I don't even know where I run. There's so many classes. There's a huge wave of people. We're here to what? Just run out here. Oh, this guy's a minigun. Click the red. Click the red. Yo, click the red, quick. Let's go. The guy with the minigun. I don't know who that was. Dude, I swear, the guy with the minigun got us off. I died, comrade. Dude, rest in peace to you. Oh, we escaped. At least some of us made it. Oh, actually, no, a lot of us made it. A lot of us actually made it.
So we rushed the bunker during a nuke.
Oh, some guy died right there. We have a bunch of Class Ds coming up. Let's go to the bunker. Where there's a guy right there. Wait. Oh my goodness, guys. We have 1 minute left. The door is closing up. We have 29 seconds. The door closed. Oh no, we're good. Oh my goodness. I think I accidentally killed a fan. I'm so sorry. Oh, let's go. Get in the bunker. God damn! Guys, my body's in there. I lived. Look, I lived. Guys, look, I'm alive. Look, I'm alive. And everything's all black. It's all dark.
A few moments later.
Yo, guys, look, I'm alive. Look at this thing. I'm alive. Dude, I told you people, I'm alive, bro. Guys, I knew it. I survived.
So we tried to clean SCP-939's containment.
Alright, Class Ds. Come inside here, right? And then click on the mop. Guys, click on the mop. You're gonna mop the floor. I'm gonna go down here, right? Let's all go down here. Oh! Wait, what? Bro, I didn't even see that guy. I thought he was the floor. Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot the SCP, right? He's gonna come down here, right? Oh, he's coming! Oh, I killed someone! Oh my goodness, I accidentally killed someone. I'm so sorry. I'm actually so sorry. Oh, these guys are all out now. I'm gonna try to clean this thing. Yeah, watch this. I'm gonna shoot this guy, right? I'm gonna shoot this guy. Oh, what's up? What are you gonna do? Oh! Bro, how did they get the purple guy? Alright guys, I think the floors are now clean. Some people are getting shot. Wait! Guys, these are my guys. These are my Class Ds. I think the Class Ds are getting executed right now. And I think this turtle guy just died.
I got touched by SCP-1.
We tried exploring it. We almost got caught by SCP.
When I was 16 years old, I was jumped by 4 dudes for $5. When I woke up from my unconsciousness, I still had my $5, my dignity, and now a traumatic brain injury. When I was 16.
On the day of the college entrance exam, the boy who could have scored full marks deliberately wrote all the wrong answers. He only started answering seriously after his younger brother handed in his test. He had just 10 minutes left, but finished all the questions flawlessly. His strange behavior was because he had been reborn. In his past life, his younger brother copied every answer from his paper, then turned around and reported him for cheating. Their father was furious, and in the end, the boy lost his life because of it. Perhaps heaven took pity on him, and gave him a second chance to relive this day. As the exam was about to begin, his father warned him not to affect his brother's performance, saying his brother was Oxford material, and he should aim for a community college. Facing the same insults again, the boy was filled with rage. In his previous life, he was always top of his class, yet his family believed every lie his brother told, leading to his unjust death. Now staring at his fake little brother, he slapped him without hesitation. His father rushed to defend the younger brother, but the boy declared he wanted to cut ties with them all, even if it meant giving up the exam. His words made the brother panic, and the boy realized his brother had already prepared a trap for him, so he chose to stay and finish the test. He swore this time he would not let his brother win. He asked to sit in front of his brother. Since front and back rows used different test versions, he quickly finished his test, but when he went to turn it in, he noticed his brother's answers matched his exactly. He was stunned. How did his brother manage to copy him again? He soon discovered his brother had intentionally spilled water on his B version test, forcing the examiner to give him an A version, the same as his. Learning from this, in the next math exam, he chose to sit as far from his brother as possible. He completed the test with ease, and even used his own original method for the final question. But just as he was about to submit, his brother again rushed to hand in his test first, then proudly told the teacher he alone could solve the last question. With a method he created himself, the boy froze, and quickly changed his solution. When he finally turned in his test, he checked his brother's paper. It was identical. He began to suspect his brother was somehow watching him. He even checked for hidden cameras in the pen, but found nothing. To avoid repeating the same fate, he started planning carefully. During the next exam, when his brother turned to check his answers, he saw the boy wasn't writing anything. Fearing he wouldn't have anything to copy, he faked a heart condition. As the medical team took him away, the boy seized his chance, and quickly answered all the questions in the last few minutes. He thought this time he was safe, but again, his brother returned just in time to submit first. Now the boy was terrified. He started thinking his brother might not be human. The final subject, English, was his last shot. He repeated his strategy, wrote wrong answers on purpose, waited for his brother to submit, then erased everything, and filled in the correct answers. Finally, he handed in his paper, feeling confident he had outsmarted him. But just then, his brother came back, accusing him of cheating. He claimed the boy copied from his paper. The examiner said, if it turned out to be a lie, the brother would face serious consequences. The brother was calm, and asked the examiner to compare their answers. The boy asked him again, are you sure our answers are the same? The brother smirked, and nodded. The boy handed him his paper. As soon as the brother saw it, his expression changed completely, eyes wide with shock. On the day of the college entrance exam, the boy who could have scored full marks deliberately wrote all the wrong answers. He only started. She can fix anything. She built with care, and she kills the state.
You was still yet fine, but still you can call me Alex, baby. Welcome to my life. Don't you worry, coming to you. The last time that you checked, I was probably so sad and confused. But if you're looking for something cool, I know somebody that you could choose. What about me?
How did you catch the guy who stole from you? Someone stole my mountain bike from my apartment's bike rack last month. This wasn't some cheap Walmart bike. It was a $2,800 Trek that I'd saved for months to buy. I filed a police report, but honestly, I didn't expect much help. The bike had GPS tracking built into the frame, part of the anti-theft package I paid extra for. Most thieves don't know about embedded trackers, so I pulled up the app to see where my bike ended up. It was moving through downtown, then stopped at an address about 3 miles away. I waited a few hours to see if it would move again, but it stayed put. The GPS showed it was in someone's garage. I drove over to check it out. Sketchy neighborhood, rundown houses, and sure enough, there was my bike in this guy's open garage next to about 6 other expensive bikes that definitely didn't belong to him. Here's the thing, I couldn't just call the cops and say my bike is in that garage. They need proof it was actually mine, and this guy would probably just deny everything. So I came up with a plan. I went home and printed out fake flyers advertising a cash for bikes business. Made it look like I was buying used bikes. No questions asked. The next day, I knocked on the guy's door. Mid-30s, covered in tattoos. Looked exactly like someone who'd steal bikes for a living. Hey man, I saw you've got some nice bikes in your garage, I said, showing him the flyer. I buy bikes for cash. Interested in selling any? His eyes lit up immediately. Yeah, I've got some bikes. What kind of prices are you talking? Depends on the condition and model. Mind if I take a look? He led me straight to the garage where I counted 8 stolen bikes, including mine. My Trek was right there. Still had the custom handlebar grips I'd installed. This Trek looks nice, I said, examining my own bike. How much you want for it? That's a good one, he replied. I'm thinking $800. Perfect. He was trying to sell me my own stolen bike. Tell you what, I said, I'm interested in this Trek, but I need to check with my business partner about the price. Can I get your contact info and maybe come back tomorrow? He gave me his name, Danny, and his phone number. I told him I'd call him later. As soon as I got home, I called the police and explained the situation. I had GPS evidence showing my bike and his address. Plus now I had him on record trying to sell it to me. The officer was actually excited about the case. We've been getting bike theft reports from this neighborhood for months. We can prove he's running a theft operation. That's a felony. We arranged for me to go back the next day wearing a wire to record the transaction. The plan was simple. Get him to confirm he's selling the bike, then the police would move in. The next afternoon, I knocked on Danny's door again with the recording device hidden under my shirt. Hey Danny, I'm back about that Trek. My partner approved the $800. Sweet, he said, leading me to the garage. It's a great bike, barely used. How long have you had it? I asked, knowing the answer. Just got it last week. Gotta get cash fast. You know how it is. Sure do. Mind if I test ride it real quick? Go for it. I climbed on my own bike and rode it around the block while the police moved into position. When I came back, there were 3 squad cars in front of his house. Danny was already in handcuffs, looking confused and angry. When he saw me talking to the officers, his face went pale. That's my bike, I told the officer, showing him the GPS app with the exact location. And here's the recording of him trying to sell it to me for $800. The police searched his garage and found 7 other stolen bikes. They matched serial numbers to theft reports going back 6 months. Danny had been running a one-man bike theft ring. In court, the prosecutor played the recording of Danny trying to sell me my own stolen property. He pled guilty to multiple felony theft charges and got 3 years. The best part? The judge ordered him to pay restitution to all the bike owners. Plus, the city used asset forfeiture laws to seize his house since he'd been using it for criminal enterprise. I got my bike back the same day, and 6 other people got their bikes returned too. The GPS tracker paid for itself about 100 times over. Danny's now doing his time and probably thinking twice about stealing bikes. Sometimes, the best revenge is just letting criminals outsmart themselves. How did you catch the...
It's said that a worker once drove into the desert and his car broke down. To escape the situation, he supposedly converted his car into a motorcycle. To test this myth, Adam got a car identical to the one in the story and drove it out into the desert. He then started stripping off all the outer body parts. But when it came to the core components, things got tricky. The car's engine weighed about 250 pounds, and with the tools they had on hand, it was nearly impossible to move it. Ideally, for a motorcycle conversion, you want the engine positioned in the center of the frame to keep the balance as stable as possible. That's when Jamie came up with an idea. He suggested removing 2 of the wheels and repositioning them, one at the front and one at the back. Then they'd press the engine's output shaft directly onto one of the wheels. So when the shaft spins, the wheel underneath spins as well, but in the opposite direction of the engine's rotation. That means the back of the car effectively becomes the front after the conversion. Fortunately, the car was a 1935 model with a relatively simple structure, so they managed to complete the conversion in just 2 hours. They reattached the steering wheel and rigged a makeshift throttle system using steel wire. Since the gear shift and brakes were on the same side as the engine, one person had to sit up front to steer and give directions, while another had to sit in the back to control the gears and brakes. During the first test run, Jamie handled the steering, while Adam managed the gear shift from the back. The motorcycle did manage to start, but with all the weight concentrated in the rear, keeping it balanced was extremely difficult, let alone trying to ride it 100 miles back to civilization. At this point, the myth was officially busted, but they did come up with a better method for modifying the vehicle. It said that a worker...
If you're looking for an
What did your child do that you weren't allowed to be proud of? I got called to my son's football practice yesterday. Coach Mitchell had my 16-year-old Tyler sitting on the bench, still in his grass-stained practice gear, looking defeated as teammates filed past without acknowledging him. The field had emptied when Coach waved me over. His face was that particular shade of red that only appears when he's about to bench a starter. Mr. Reeves, he began, clipboard clutched tight. I don't know how to explain what your son did on Saturday. Saturday was the state championship game. Tyler had been our starting safety all season, lightning fast with instincts that had 3 D1 schools already sending letters. Our team was undefeated, favored by 14 points. Your son deliberately threw the game, Coach continued, each word punctuated like he was spitting out something bitter. With 30 seconds left, we're up by 4, and Jefferson High's quarterback launches a Hail Mary to their receiver, Marcus Johnson. The ball's perfectly thrown, Johnson catches it, and he's off running. I remembered that play. The stadium had gone silent as Johnson caught the ball, then erupted when he started running. Your son had the angle. Every scout in that stadium will tell you he had it beat by 5 yards. Coach was pacing now, reliving the moment. Instead of making the play, Tyler slows down. He actually slows down. He runs alongside Johnson for 15 yards to the end zone. Doesn't even attempt a tackle, just escorts him in for the winning touchdown. I glanced at Tyler, who finally looked up, not at Coach, but at me. His eyes weren't apologetic, they were certain. We lost by 3 points. A state championship gone. College recruiters watching gone. The perfect season gone. Coach tossed his clipboard onto the bench. I've suspended him from the team. The other parents want him off completely. Once Coach left, I sat beside Tyler. Want to tell me what happened? He was quiet for a moment before speaking. Remember that cancer fundraiser we went to last spring for kids at Children's Hospital? I did. Tyler had insisted we attend after one of his classmates was diagnosed with leukemia. Marcus Johnson was there. His dad had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Tyler looked up at the darkening sky. We talked for a while. His dad was their team's assistant coach, former NFL practice squad guy. Football was their thing. His dad died last Wednesday, 3 days before the championship. Tyler's voice caught. Marcus told me at warm-ups. Said his dad made him promise he'd play. Said his dad's last words were that he wanted to see him score a touchdown from heaven. Something tightened in my chest. When I saw him catch that ball, Dad, I just knew. I could have tackled him. I was faster. Tyler finally looked at me directly. But I remembered what it felt like when Mom died, how nothing mattered for a long time. 4 years ago, cancer had taken his mother from us too. So you let him score, I said quietly. Tyler nodded. I didn't plan it. When I saw him running with that ball, holding it up like that, I just couldn't take that moment from him. The weight of what he'd done hit me. He'd sacrificed everything. His team's championship, his reputation, possibly even his football future, for an opponent he barely knew. All because he understood grief in a way most adults never will. Coach says I betrayed the team. The guys won't even look at me. He picked at the tape on his wrist. Maybe they're right. Maybe I should have made that tackle. As we walked to the car, Tyler's phone buzzed. He pulled it out, stared at the screen for a moment, then showed me the message. It was from Marcus Johnson. My mom wanted me to thank you. Don't know why you did it, but that touchdown was for my dad. Meant everything. Attached was a photo of Marcus and his father from what looked like a hospital room, both smiling, arms around each other's shoulders. The father was wearing a Jefferson High cap, thin from treatment, but beaming with pride. On the drive home, Tyler asked, Dad, did I mess up? Was it worth it? I pulled over, turned to look him in the eyes and said, Son, some people go their whole lives without doing something that matters. You're 16, and you already know what does. We stopped for milkshakes at Dairy Queen. I watched him finally smile after the longest day of his life. Some victories don't come with trophies. What did your child do that you weren't allowed to be proud of?
The man casually tossed a piece of trash, only to be stunned, as he saw a rich woman using a crane to lift a flower pot. Confused by the scene, he decided to go over and see what was going on. To his surprise, his strength was so great, he nearly knocked the rich woman over. Luckily, he reacted quickly, and caught her just in time. He then asked her, why go through all this trouble to lift a flower pot, when he could easily help her move it himself? But the rich woman looked down on him, saying the flower pot weighed 10 pounds, and there was no way a laborer like him could lift it. The next second, the man effortlessly picked up the flower pot with one hand. Everyone around was completely stunned. What they didn't know, just a few hours earlier, the man couldn't even afford a cup of instant noodles. Someone even kicked over his meal, because he couldn't afford meat. The foreman yelled at him for dragging the team down, saying if it happened again, he should just quit. The man didn't dare talk back, because he still needed to save up $500,000 to get married. He quietly squatted down, picked up the spilled noodles and kept eating, while thinking, if only he had more strength. Just then, a mysterious voice spoke to him, saying from now on, everyone else's strength would drop by 1,000 times, and he would become the strongest person in the world. He thought he was just hearing things, but after the rich woman saw his strength, she immediately invited him to dinner. When the food arrived, the man was completely speechless. One small dish required 6 waiters to carry, and 2 pounds of rice took 3 people to serve. Because in this world, once everyone's strength dropped, so did their appetite. People could be called big eaters after eating just just 10 grains of rice, but the man had no idea. Earlier he casually ordered 3 dishes and 2 bowls of rice, which shocked everyone around him. The owner even thought he was there to cause trouble, and warned him not to waste food, saying if he finished everything, it would all be on the house. Incredibly, the man ate every last bite. The owner was stunned, saying he couldn't afford to give it away. The rich woman noticed his panic, and offered to pay for the meal. Then the man remembered what she said earlier. If her group didn't win the Strength King tournament, they would lose their project rights. The rich woman looked upset, and pleaded with the man to help them, because in their eyes, his strength was unmatched. But the man didn't know any of this, so he shook his head right away, thinking he was too skinny and weak for any kind of competition. But seeing she had just treated him to a meal, he felt bad refusing, so he nodded and agreed. The next day, the rich woman brought the man to enter the Strength King tournament, but as soon as they arrived, the team's original strongman became upset. He questioned why the man was chosen as the ace, and challenged him to an arm wrestling match. The man didn't back down, and stepped up to the table. When the match started, he felt no resistance at all, so he told his opponent not to go easy on him. But the other guy's face turned red from straining, and he had to claim he was just letting the man win. The man believed him, and gently pushed his opponent's arm to the table, but ended up injuring the guy. Even the man himself was shocked. The opponent couldn't believe how powerful he was, but that was only the warm-up. The real Strength King tournament was just beginning. To everyone's surprise, the event turned out to be a tug-of-war. The man began to suspect this was some kind of prank show. Even a simple tug-of-war was turned into a huge ceremony. While he was dazed, the woman's team was about to lose, but in the very next second, the man casually gave the rope a light pull, and instantly turned the game around. The man casually...
This is an impossible jump. However, if you drop an item and offhand it at the exact same time, then go into your inventory, click on the offhand item, and then press E, you get a stack of ghost blocks. These blocks just appear for a second, but you can still jump on them, meaning this jump is now possible. But how am I going to trap people? Well, you see this natural area with a bunch of these boulder-looking things? Let me just add some boulders real quick. Okay, so look at this. We've got a sequence of jumps. But now if I just add some slabs on top of this boulder, it almost looks natural. It almost looks like it's the exact same height as this boulder. So when you go for it, you fall. But basically, I can just do that. There we go. And yeah, I make the jump, and hopefully they'll see me do that, and they'll be like, oh, I don't even think he placed the block, and they're just gonna, they're just gonna die. Right here. Alright, perfect. So I dug down the dripstone pit, headed up the surface, and it was time to bait players. Right? Yeah. Oh, this guy pulling up. I'm just gonna pretend to grab. Blind, alright. Yeah. I think he's trapping. Okay, I'm just gonna start running. Oh my god, this guy right here. Oh, this is perfect. Oh my god. This is perfect. Hopefully he'll go for me. I might pearl on your Riz and kill him. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I killed him. Now this guy comes for me. Yep, I'm low. He's gonna chase me hard. I'm gonna hold out the gap, so he's gonna hopefully try and, he thinks I'm about the gap. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah. Jesus. Holy shit! That was a perfect bait! That was all or nothing. Yeah, I know. This...
The funniest way someone got called out for being a total fraud. We were in the middle of an argument when my dad claimed that technology has made people weak. Back in my day, we had to actually use our brains. Then he took it even further. I could live without technology. It's not even that important. Oh, really? We were in a place we'd never been before. So I saw the perfect opportunity. I bet him $30 that he couldn't drive home without GPS. And this man, he smirked, cracked his knuckles, and said, easiest money of my life. 5 minutes later, we were already lost. Deeply lost. We were driving in circles, turning down random streets. And my dad was squinting at every street sign like one of them was going to magically say, home this way. At one point, he slowed down and went, oh, this looks familiar. It did not. It was a completely different city. I was trying to hold in my laughter, but then I saw it. I caught him glancing down at his phone. At first, I thought he was just checking a message. Then I saw the blue GPS route on his screen. He was cheating. We finally pulled into the driveway, and he turned to me grinning. Alright, hey up, that was too easy. I smiled. So, how was Google Maps? His entire soul left his body. He froze. Looked at my mom. Looked at me, then hit me with, I don't know what you're talking about. Sir, I told him I saw him cheating. And my mom immediately started wheezing. She was crying, laughing, saying, you were just talking about how technology makes people weak. This man had no defense. He tried arguing. I wasn't using it. I was just checking my notification. I pulled out my phone and mimed his exact movement. Even he had to laugh at how obvious it was. Completely defeated, he pulled out his wallet, handed me $30 in absolute shame, and walked inside without saying another word. The funniest way, I just wanna have...
Hey Mom, I did all my chores. Can I get my allowance now? What chores did you do? I took the trash out. Okay, what else? I cleaned all the dishes. Okay, anything else? and I vacuumed the whole house. Okay, here you go. Here's your allowance. Thanks, Mom. Wait a second. $3? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's $1 per chore you do. If you don't like it, then give me my money back. No, it's fine. I'll keep it. Man, this stinks. Hey, Mom, all my chores are done. Time to pay up my allowance. We'll see about that. What chores did you do? I scrubbed all the toilets. Oh, man, this is still gross. Okay, what else? Oh, and I picked up all the dog poop out back. Is that all? No, and I did everybody's laundry. And you might want to think about putting Billy back in diapers. His underwear look like a chocolate factory. Okay, here's your allowance. But I got a little bit of bad news. You used $15 in cleaning supplies. So I'll keep your $3, and you owe me $12. What? Are you kidding me? That's not fair. Oh, so I guess you'd rather be grounded then, huh? No, I don't want to be grounded. Fine, here. Take your $12. Thanks, Michael. I'll see you next week for your chore update. Man, this is bullshit. Oh, Mom. It's allowance day. Hurry up and give me my money. I want to buy some Robux. Not so fast. First, you gotta tell me about your chores. Give me all the tea. Okay, so first I was snooping around Michael's backpack, and he got an F on his math test. Are you serious? That boy's gonna be grounded for the next week. Here you go. What other chores did you do, sweetie? Sweet. Oh, well, last night, Tommy snuck out of the house. You can check it on the Ring app. Oh, really? It sounds like I'm gonna have to have a talk with him, too. Here you go. What else you got for Mama? Michael took $10 out of your purse earlier. I guess that boy wants to be grounded for the rest of his life. Here you go. What else? Michael got detention in school this week. And 2 days ago, Tommy skipped school completely. And then, they borrowed your car without asking so they could go to Panda. So they could go to Panda Express. And Michael broke your favorite lamp. And then he blamed it on the dog. And Tommy failed his history test. Well, good work, Billy. You sure did do a lot of chores. Here you go. Whoa. Sweet. Thanks, Mom. I'm gonna go buy Robux. Okay, have fun, sweetie. I'm gonna go have a talk.
Hey, Mom. Has your quick thinking ever saved your family? When I was 12, I stopped my grandmother from being scammed out of her life savings by pretending to be my dead grandfather, and it taught me that sometimes protection requires creative deception. Grandma had been getting daily phone calls for 2 weeks from someone claiming to be from First National Bank's fraud department. The caller always used official-sounding language and seemed to know personal details about her account, which made him seem legitimate. Mrs. Williams, we've detected several suspicious charges on your checking account, the voice would say. Someone in Las Vegas has been using your debit card for large cash withdrawals. We need to verify your identity immediately to protect your remaining funds. Grandma was terrified someone was stealing her money. She worked as a school secretary for 40 years and lived on a modest pension. Every dollar mattered, and the thought of losing her savings to thieves was